All right. I'm going to send an invite on my Facebook. And then we'll get started here. I'll be starting right now. I just want to get this link up here. I'm just posting this on my Facebook. That way, in case somebody wants to jump in, they can before I start painting here. Oops. Is this not live? Or is it live? There it goes. All right. I don't know if anybody's even on. It's a holiday weekend, but I wanted to document this each session. That way, people, first of all, people can enjoy it. But second is for the person it's for. They always have this. Not only will they have the painting, but they'll have the actual video of the painting being made. You know. So that's why I record it. If people jump on, that's cool too. Let's see. All right. I'm just making sure you guys can see it clearly. If you're on here, say hello. Let me know. I have my laptop, as you can see, right here in the corner. I can see any comments. Okay. I need a better way to put these paintings. Oh, hey. What do you know? They hold up. Do they all? Or just the bigger ones? Hey. I just found a way to hold up my paints. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know, because I have the lavalier mic attached to me, and once in a while it won't connect right and you can't hear a word. So if you can hear me, let me know. All right. Once again, like I said in the last session, I'm only painting this with 4 brushes. I might use Isaiah. You're awake, brother? How was your Thanksgiving? I'm using these 4 brushes for this piece. I might use a thinner one at the very, very, very end to do a few details here and there, and then when I sign it, But other than that, I'm painting the whole thing with, this one's called the cat's tongue. It's not the official name, but that's what a lot of people call it. You can tell it looks like a cat tongue. So, flat brush. Carl, how you doing? I know it's a little late. I've been wanting to get to this all day long, but hey, my mom made menudo. You know what that means. All right. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to start adding more leaves, because this whole field back here is going to be leaves, just like these. And I'm also going to add the embankment of this mud, this sand. Sorry, sorry about that. Like a little embankment to give it depth. Yeah. Yeah, still up. Thanksgiving was good. Just hanged out with my family. Same here, brother. I was with my brothers, my wife, most of my kids. My oldest daughter, she got a new house this last year, so she hosted there with her mom's side of the family. But it was nice, man. I got to see my nephews, and it was good. I made my signature ham. Okay. Oh, dang, making champurrado. Carl, where are you from? Okay. I'm just setting myself up here. Okay, so I'm going to add some leaves. I want to get involved with the leaves, because if I start messing with this embankment, it's going to force me to want to do the reflection. And I want this to be last, well, second to last, because I think the very last thing is that tower. But I really want to get this filled in to make it look like a lush field. So let's start with some dark greens first. You know, because I want them to look distant. I want the leaves behind these to look smaller. That way gives a, I'm not going to use any of the big brushes anymore, actually, now that, well, for sure not this one. Put that away. Actually, I'm going to use this one. Sacramento. Oh, okay. All right, so here we go. In Jesus' name. So again, just like I did these, it's literally one leaf at a time, man. There's no, there ain't nothing. If you got something better to do, trust me, you should do it, because this is gonna be slow. But you know, when I want to do my best, you know, when somebody wants a painting from me, just like you know, whatever it is you do in your life, you always wanna do your best. That's the way it should be. We always want to give our best in everything that we do. Matter of fact, the Bible says everything you do in word and deed, do it in the name of Jesus. So we do it unto the Lord, you know. He gives us our talents. So we always want to use our talents in a way that's going to honor the God. So I'm just putting random leaves, because then I'm going to go with another green and put more random leaves, and then a lighter green and more, and then it's just it's going to pop. Isaiah, man, how's your family doing, brother? I'm working on this side first, and then I'll do that side. This is funny because this is like the awkward stage. Like if somebody jumps in for the first time, they're like, what is he doing? He's messing it up. There's always an awkward stage. They're doing good sleeping. they're crashed out. Everybody, are you the only one awake, brother? Wait, you guys are the same Cali time, right? Is it 10 o'clock over there? See how I'm looking at the screen and it looks awkward. It looks like I'm just doing all these lines. It's because it has to be layered and layered. Oh, it's 11 over there. Oh, over here it's 10:03. Sharon was like, "You're gonna paint right now?" I've been telling her I've been trying to get to this painting all day long. I'm like, "Yep, I'm gonna get to painting right now." Sometimes I'm be honest with you, man. I don't like the awkward stage because it feels so incomplete. But then when I'm patient and I layer upon layer upon layer with the way I'm gonna do this, then I'm just like, oh, okay. It just feels so awkward because look, it just looks like lines everywhere. And it's funny. I wonder if it was subconsciously because I wanted to watch a Western yesterday and I didn't realize it until later that I wonder if it's subconscious because of this painting. I was going through different trailers and I was looking at my Blu-ray collection and I decided on watching 310 to Yuma, which is Christian Bale and what's his name from Gladiator, Russell Crowe. It wasn't until I was in the middle of the movie that I realized that it has the town of Yuma in the title. And I started tripping because I'm just like, was that subconsciously that I chose a movie that happened to say Yuma, talking about Yuma, Arizona? And here I am painting Yuma, and this movie is based on this train that's getting to Yuma. Crazy, right? I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I just realized why this was looking awkward. I was making all the leaves shoot straight up. In actuality, they're curved. That's what was wrong. It is an awkward stage, regardless. But I just caught on and I was making them all straight, which was weird. What's up, Brother Joseph? Thank you. How was your Thanksgiving, brother? Okay, that's more like it. So now I'm going to lighten up this green. Let's do some with some yellow. That'll lighten it up. I just add a dab of yellow next to that green I already have on the palette. Oh man, got it on my finger. See, I got that green, so I'm gonna mix some of the yellow. Get a lighter green. Oh, brother, don't make me make you a ham, brother. Hey, the ham I made was not plain, brother. If you weren't saved, you would have got saved after that. You would have been like, man, I feel the Holy Ghost. Okay, I'm not liking this. This is too light. I mean, not light enough. So, before what do I need to do here? What do I need to do? I think I need to do the dark. Don't mind me, man. I'm just talking to myself. I'm not crazy. This is what I do. You want to know how I paint? This is how I talk to myself. I realize there's already light green behind it all. Yeah, I'm not going to do this light green. It's already light green in the background of it. Marvelous Minds, thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Marvelous Minds, where are you from? I ask everybody that jumps on here, I just like to know. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to hit it with some dark. Because it's already light green in the back. I put like a darkish green, but I got to do the darks. East LA. Oh, that's you, brother? Yeah, man. Okay, I know exactly who you are, man. I appreciate the compliment, though. I saw you, man. You were just on there a few days ago. I have yet to. I think we keep crossing paths with Tony, but good to meet you, brother. Even though it's on here, I appreciate the the podcast you guys do together. And I've seen some of yours actually on your channel. One day it popped up on the suggested views, and I was like, oh, I didn't know this brother had his own channel. All right. So right now I just put a mixtures of darks, guys, if you're in case you're wondering. I use this Prussian blue. I put a raw umber, which is like a brown, and then black. And I'm gonna try to get some of this darkened back there. I realize that it needs depth, so I need to add some dark. Sometimes I don't like using complete black because nothing, when you look at a landscape, if you go out to drive through the country or whatever, nothing is truly black, black. And also, I don't like using black until the end. That way, when there is something black, it pops, it stands out, you know. So this might look black to you, but it's actually like a really dark brown and dark blue mix. Thank you, Marvelous. Appreciate it, brother. All right. Marvelous. How did you? Are you subscribed or did it? How? I'm just curious how you knew that I was live right now. Chosen. How you doing, brother? Good to see the painting again, looking clean. Thank you. Gracias. Um, yeah, I wanted to get to this painting all day, man. But when my mom made menudo, you already know where I was at. You already know. It was cool because I went to pick something up and she had called earlier and said, "Oh, you gonna come pick that up today?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up." She's all good because I made menudo. I think she wanted to make sure I was gonna go over. And that's a good way to get me to go over. See how's that look? See, that's looking better. So I realize now because a lot of guys, I didn't go to school for this. So I realize now that this is gonna work. Even though it's looking really dark right here, it's gonna look dark because then once all that dries, then I go with that light green I wanted to paint. And then once I hit the highlights with light green, then it's gonna, I could just tell already that's what it needed. It needed this dark first before I do the light. And then it'll look like a lush lettuce field. That's what was missing. Been supporting since I first seen you make your YouTube. Wow, I didn't know that, brother. Then seen you on a couple of interviews and from the 90s, so it brought back so many memories growing up. Respect. Amen, man. I really appreciate that. You know, being from a whole different sides of the state, man. There was so much brainwashing that was done. I don't know on that end because I know, enough to know that down there, a lot of you guys were not even tripping on people from up here because there was so much infighting just within the neighborhoods over there, But man, there was so much brainwashing on my end, you know. And it was a trip, man, because when I went to Terminal Island, man, when I pulled up, I I didn't know what to expect because obviously it's right there in the heart down there. And I was already serving the Lord for 2 years. And make a long story short, I remember this one boy asked me where I was from, and I guess he was from down there, you know. He was from down there, and we started talking. I told him he just basically saw that I was just serving the Lord, you know. And long story short, man, I realized one thing, and I didn't know what to expect when I was doing time down there. I've been.
It's cold. I'm trying to have a heater for you.
Yeah, I know it's cold. I'm glad I was down there. I didn't know what to expect because I think there was maybe 12 Northerners on there, and then when I told them that I'm serving God, you know, half of them shined me on after that, and I had to be led by my heart, man. Anyways, it was a trip because I had never been so in close proximity to people from Southern California, and I came to the realization that they talked in the same way. We talked about the same things. Our families looked the same. Our moms cooked the same stuff, and it was truly an eye-opening experience, you know. And I was just like, man, what? Why did I grow up with so much hate for something that I didn't even know, you know? And I thank God that I was there, you know, because I got to see firsthand, you know, and it just really changed my life. It really, truly did, bro. Okay, let's see. Sometimes, guys, I'm so close to this canvas that it's hard for me to really see until I look at the screen on my laptop to see what you guys see, and then I get a real taste for what's happening or what I'm seeing here. Oh, snap, that looks pretty good. I mean, obviously it needs the highlights, but nevertheless. Okay, as well as the most important wrestlers to be the most high. Yeah, exactly, bro. All right. How's everybody else doing on here? Everybody doing good? You guys blessed? You know, Marvelous was a trip. Was a trip, man. It's some of the closest friends I have to this day that are in the church serving God. The closest friends I have that I consider my closest friends are guys that did time with me. And it's a trip, man, because they were from Southern California. One of them is Brother Edwin from Bakersfield. Another one is Johnny Alcala from, well, he's originally from Victorville, but now he doesn't live in Victorville anymore, but he's still down there. And it's crazy because these are my closest friends. You know, it's a trip. It's a trip the way the Lord works. It truly is. And these are guys, man, that I truly love with all my heart, man. And we would have been on the opposite end, you know, if we were still doing what we were doing in the world, you know. It's a trip, the way life ends up sometimes. God is good, man. That's all I'm saying. The Lord is good. Okay. Wow. Is that, guys, tell me, is that starting to look like a lush field from your end? Because it sure does to me. All right. I'm going to back up here, so I need to see what this looks like here. All right. Wow. Whew, man. Wow. Okay. Now I'm gonna admit to you guys, I was getting nervous, man. I was getting nervous when I was doing those lines. I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if it's coming through or not. But now I can relax, drink some of this coffee. I was nervous. I'm like, man, not only is it not looking right, it's looking right on live stream. Telling you, man, I didn't learn it. Nobody taught me this. I'm just kind of just going by whatever my heart's telling me to do. Okay. What do we got here? I can't really touch it now because it's wet. So, what do I do? Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question because I'm 50-50 on this. My question is this: do I leave the clouds alone, or does it need more clouds? Because I'm really liking the way this looks, and originally I said I was going to add more clouds, but each day I keep passing by this because this is sitting in my living room, guys. I'm just like, man, that looks really good. Like, I don't know if I want to mess it up. Or what if I do clouds and it looks better? What do you guys think? I saw Fences with Denzel. Yeah, I have seen Fences. That is a really good movie, actually. Chosen, you say leave them? It looks good, huh? Like you can see like the light coming through, and let's see what anybody else says. I don't think that many people are watching, but let's see. There's 10 of you watching. If you haven't, if you're not, I promise you don't have to say anything more, but just what do you think about these clouds? You like it too? The dark contrast is too much for the blue cloud. You're almost making it look like midnight, yet there's day. Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying. So, what do you guys think? Because when the sun is rising or setting, it does go darker as it goes higher. But does it truly go that dark? Or should it be slightly? This is actually, it's not a black, it's a blue. But is it too dark of a blue? You know, the other, on Friday, I went down to San Fernando Valley to take my wife to visit her family. And we left here at 5:30 in the morning, and we were driving down I-5 all the way down, and I was about an hour away from the Grapevine, 45 minutes to the Grapevine. And all of a sudden, man, I saw the sun start to rise, and it was pitch black out there. And it was a trip. This is kind of where I'm getting it, where I get this dark from. But it might, you're right, it might be too dark. I'm going to look to see what other people say. But it was a trip because what surprised me was the fact that the light was coming, yet up high was really dark still. And I thought that was beautiful. You know, that both light and then that this dark was slowly disappearing. Okay. Go with the intuition. I'm going to sit on that one, guys, because I could see it both ways. I can see it both ways. Isaiah, I know you were watching all the sessions. Did you notice I put a haze over the mountains? I don't know if you can tell. That's another thing. As I was driving down I-5, looking at the grapevine, and as I saw it at a distance, mountains are never truly. I know this. I've done many landscapes, but sometimes nature has to remind us. And I noticed the grapevine was an hour away, so roughly 60 miles away, and I could see the mountains, but yet there was a haze over it. So that's when I came back. I came back from San Fernando, and I did this haze over the mountains to like separate it. And wondering if you noticed it. Oh, you just noticed it today? The water tower, is like a big landmark for Yuma. This is a Yuma, Arizona. I'm doing this painting for somebody from Yuma, and they asked me because I do commission work. And over there, when I Googled it, this was always popping up. This water tower or whatever. I'm guessing it's a water tower. So, but I'm gonna add more shade, and it has the word Yuma, and then there's like some antennas or something up there, like a railing, and then there's lines that go all the way down, like lines. But there has to be more shade, more shadow there. Yeah. Okay. This is still really wet. I wonder if I could take my phone off. I want to show you guys the texture. Let me see if I can do it. It might shake around, man. Yeah, I haven't messed with the water tower yet. Let me show you here. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see. See if you can see the texture on the paint. See all the texture? Trip, huh? That's when you know it's an original piece. Oh, you're watching Smile Now Cry Later? Clips TV, where are you from? I'm just asking everybody. I like to know where people are from. It's a trip sometimes to know, like the different cities or states or even countries and people that are watching. It's just interesting to me. YouTube's an interesting thing. I'm gonna add some more dark here. Believe it or not, it's a little challenging because there's a huge glare because of my light back there. Okay. I can't mess with this anymore. I just gotta let it dry. But I don't want to stop yet, so which leads me to deal with this reflection down here now. This is water reflecting that sky. Alfonso, how you doing, brother? Denver, Colorado. Wow. I've been to Denver one time for a concert. That was a long time ago. It was actually my first time I ever got on a plane. Nobody told me there was crazy turbulence over the Rockies. I thought I was gonna die. Man, I freaked out. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna now do the reflection. Um, I don't wanna do this. I'm just gonna go for it. First of all, what color is this? Okay. Let's not really clips. If I happen to run into some of the old artists, I talk to them. But for the most part, I pastor a church, so I'm always with my church family or with my family, my wife, my kids, grandkids. That's where I'm at. Okay, this needs some. What you guys got going on nowadays? Just found your page a couple of days ago. Well, um, for myself, my music career ended in 2004 when I got indicted by the FBI. Went to prison for 6 years. Gave my life to the Lord. Started a church a year after that in 2011. From 2004 to 2010. Had a church now for the past 12 years. And it's been a blessing. So it's been interesting, man. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Hey, those of you that, if you're on right now, it's highly likely you've seen me doing the song reviews where I kind of play one of my old songs and then reflect on it and talk about what I was thinking back then and what I think now listening to it. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? I think you guys like it. What are your thoughts? Like honest thoughts? Okay. Clips, have you checked out my Instagram? I have a Instagram for my art called David Rocha Art, one long word. Okay, that's looking good so far. So that's a reflection of the dirt. Oh man, wrong brush. I don't want to use this brush for that. I want to use this. Ralph 707. Are you from 707 area code? Keep it going, Isaiah. Talking about the song reviews. Would I do a painting of Tony and Marvelous? What do you mean? Okay. A little more water. A little more water. Guys, this is another nervous moment. I'm just warning you. I'm like not even breathing, I realize. Oh man. Okay, what honestly, man, does that look like a reflection? Is it getting there? Be honest. Because I'm freaking out here. Yeah, clips. Did you check out the church channel though? I'm always live when I preach. It's live, guys. Come on, man. Let me know for real. Am I looking crazy here, or is this starting to look like a reflection? If I'm nuts, let me know. Did I eat too much menudo today? I gotta step back, see. Of them chopping it up on the podcast, it'll be a classic painting. Yeah, that would be cool, huh? Now I gotta let that dry. I feel like I want to add more shape to it though. Oh man, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for this here. Let's add more shape to this. Let's add more shape. You know what? This is supposed to be a reflection of the sky, and the sky has a little bit of yellow in it to make this really truly look like a reflection. So let's add a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Just hints of yellow. And then that orangish red. Little bit of red. Little bit of red here. Oops, that's too much red. Okay. You guys didn't see that. Ignore that. There. You didn't see that. Little bit of red. My favorite artist of all time. Well, my favorite artist is not somebody. It's not an old artist. His name's Gonsalves. He committed suicide a few years ago, and he painted amazing stuff. I actually own two of his prints that are signed by him and numbered by him. And his name's Gonsalves with a Z. And he painted like illusion. It was, man, it's unbelievable the stuff this guy painted. Johnny Sanchez. Okay. How you doing, brother? Wow, I got a lot done. Oh, wait. How can I have this reflect? If there's clouds here, there's no clouds down here. Let's get some clouds in the water. For the clouds, I use the cat's tongue brush. This brush. There you get them puffy clouds. Oh man, it's not focusing? Okay, let's see. What do you guys think so far? It's not done yet, but what do you guys think so far? Oh, wow. Thanks, Isaiah. Painting this for this guy, and man, I really hope he's gonna like it. I always like to do my work and do my best. No, it's not a tough painting. It's just every painting's a challenge. I put it this way: I didn't go to school for painting, so there's not. I don't have a technique to say, oh, this is how you make a field. This is how you do reflections. This is how you do clouds. This is how. I just learn my brushes. I learn what my brushes do because there's different shape brushes. So whenever I see something, I instantly got to say, okay, with what I want to do here, which brush is the one that would do it justice? And a lot of it's trial and error. And then I just do it and see what happens. That's what it comes down to. Okay, is this too? Okay. I'm lightening some of this up a little bit. I'm gonna add some texture here. Not texture, but a little bit of color. No problem, Ralph. I don't want to completely cover the dark, but it needed something. So I'm scrubbing. That's what this is called. There's hardly any paint on my brush. It's called scrubbing. Better. Sort of. I just looked at the screen. Hold on. Okay. Now I feel better. Um, am I more concerned more on how it looks or what your customer thinks? Well, that's a fair question. Obviously, I want to care about what my customer thinks because that's important to me. But ultimately, I got to know that I know that I know that it's the best job I can do, because we got to, when we do something for somebody, it should be done with integrity, and it should be done to where if I paint something for somebody, I'm gonna know I would put that up in my living room. I think that would be my answer. Okay. Is this dry yet? Oh, this is dry. So I'm gonna do a little bit more here, and then I'm done for the day. Homie, hang out. How you doing, brother? I'm just here doing what I do. Hey, Johnny. This is already a paid for painting. In case you guys are wondering, man, I charge for these landscapes. This original, it's $2,000, and then a lot of times I make prints and I sell them between 250 to 350. They come signed with a certificate of authenticity. I get them custom frame. But this is my bread and butter, man. I don't get paid from pastoring the church. I do my paintings. I sell my T-shirts. I sell my books, and this is how I make my living. And but maybe it looks easy to you when I do this, but I've been painting for 14 years, and I think 14 years. I started painting 2000. I started drawing in solitary in 2005. I started painting in 2007. Oh, I've been painting for 16 years. I'm sorry. So maybe it looks easy. If it does, it's because there's 16 years behind it. Homie, hang up. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That really means a lot, man. Olivia Bustillos is coming out nice. Thank you. Naomi, how you doing, sister? Okay. Now, I'm gonna put a little bit of dark in here. We want to give it depth. Guys, when I was in the last facility, well, I learned to paint because I was just drawing for people. That's how that was my hustle in prison. It was just doing portraits and stuff for people with pencil. And when I got to camp, my last 2 years, they sold paints on commissary and canvases. But man, there was some artists in there. Man, there ain't nothing like those artists that are incarcerated. Amazing, amazing, talented people. It's crazy the stuff people learn to do creatively. It always blew me away when somebody would take a regular commissary pen. I mean, I'm talking like a Dollar Tree ink pen. The Dollar Tree where they have a 10 pack for 99 cents. They take one of those pens and they will draw a portrait by dots. I never understood it. I'm like, if you mess up with one dot, what happens? I mean, I don't. They would paint a whole portrait with a cheap pen on commissary by doing this little dots. Blew me away. To this day, I won't even attempt it. Last time I seen it, you just had the outline of the lettuce. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna call it a day because man, I got a lot done. I'm liking it so far. I think one more session, and this is gonna be finished. There's nothing detailed in that tower yet. That's gonna be the last thing I do because with that I'm gonna use a real thin brush, and then I'm gonna throw highlights in here. So I still gotta do highlights in the field, all the detail work for that tower, and maybe some last minute stuff in the reflection, and I think it's a wrap. I'm liking it. So these are trees back here. I might do something to make them stand out more because now they're getting mixed between these. So I'll figure it out. Yeah. For Valentine's Day, you should do couples painting class. That would be fun. $15. Yeah, somebody told me. Was it you or somebody else? Somebody suggested I do a. It might have been Sharon or somebody put it in her ear. So what do you guys think so far? This is a lettuce field in Yuma, Arizona. And so far, I'm really liking it, guys. So, put this away. Sharon and I are going to finish a movie we didn't get to finish. 310 to Yuma. We watched it yesterday, except the last 15 minutes we had to leave because of Thanksgiving. And we're just like, man, we got to come back to that because it started getting really good. Oh, your grandparents live there, brother? All right, Isaiah. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your fellowship. Hopefully you come down soon. Maybe you can see this in brother, you should, whenever you come, if I still have this, maybe you can see it in person. I still got to get it. Once it's done, I take it to my framer, my professional framer. He's 5 minutes down the street at the Galleria. He's the best framer on this side of the Mississippi. And he's going to custom frame this baby. I'm probably going to display it at the church until a couple days until I ship it off to the person it belongs to. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. God bless you guys. We're going to finish that movie. I know it's a little late. It's 11:07, but it was the last 15 minutes. And that's it. Sharon. I thought I heard her. Sharon. I don't want to yell for her because then I'll blow your guys' ear out. Oh well. Anyway, guys, God bless you. Thank you so much. Have a great Saturday. See you Sunday morning. If you're coming to service or if you're watching online, it's part 2 of the sermon. If you didn't watch part 1, watch part 1, man, because I believe it's an anointed sermon. Check it out. Watch it. That way you're ready for this Sunday. And it's going to be part 2 of the last week's sermon. and hopefully I'll see you, and hopefully you'll be there. And God bless you. Thank you so much. And that's it. All right, guys.